Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to a quick announcement of a tournament that's going to start tonight at 17 GMT. We are going to have Google against Size in this top 8 players only tournament. So the tournament is called Toweleeie Invitationals 2020. So I think he's planning on doing this every year, perhaps, or maybe every summer, winter, but at least every year. We got our sponsor is Toweleeeie. So massive shout out to him. I put myself down as the host, ref, and streamer, so I'm going to assist him with this tournament. I'm going to stream all of the games. I'm also going to be as the host and the ref in case of any like mismatches or disconnects or anything like that. Deciding what happens in those scenarios. So we've got prize pool of $600 here. In total, we got first place taking $500, second place for $100, nothing for third place. And I think the reason for that is because you've only got 8 players. There's not really that much of a need to have a third place. Of course, so if you've got a tournament like 64 players, then okay, have a third place. But when it was only when there's only top 8 playing anyway, don't really need a third place. And not as many people are interested in third place as obviously winning the tournament as well. So, okay, so top 8 players that we have selected. So Toweleeeie has selected like 90% of these, but he also did ask for Crazy and Rage to be in this. Fargo was not in the original list, and neither was actually Asus. Actually, Crazy and Rage were intended to be in the list, but to be honest, they're quite hard to get hold of, and also Crazy just wasn't interested, and Rage, sometimes he has a PC and sometimes he's thrown his monitor away, and sometimes he's sold his PC, so it's kind of hard to get hold of Rage. So yeah, those two are not going to be in it. So instead we have the current 8 top active players, which to be honest, you could say maybe Rage's current level, because he's quite rusty and not playing, would he be in that top 8 anyway with the lack of activeness? Maybe you could overtake Asus, maybe you could overtake Fargo. I mean, maybe, but I think this is as pretty close to as you can get it. Maybe the top 8, or at least these players are in like the top 10 at least. So we've got Boyka, Xcal, Fargo, Vivid, Asus, Shay, Size, and Google. It's quite a hard list, to be honest, and even if I was like to include myself in this tournament, which I'm not, by the way, I'm taking a break from tournaments, but even if I was in there, like usually you look at some players and you think, oh yeah, kind of beat him easy, kind of beat him, kind of beat him. But you look at that list, it's quite a scary list. So I'm pretty sure that you've got the top 8 players there or thereabouts in this tournament. So it's going to be super, super high level. Probably one of the most high level tournaments going on right now, and certainly one with the biggest prize money as well. So the bracket has been chosen by the sponsor. I'll quickly show you the bracket now. So we've got Boyka spelt wrong in the top left. He's going to be against Owen Cover. In case you're forgetting who Owen Cover is Asus. Some people like to play under 2 names. I have no idea why, but some people do like to play under 2 names. Owen and Cover and Asus is one. Thor and Google is another. Logica and Firestorm is another. Don't know why people do this, but that's the way it is. We've got Boyka versus Asus, Size versus Google. So the winner will then face off there. And then on this right side, we've got Xcal versus Shay, or Shay St. John, and we've got Vivid against Fargo. So that's the way the bracket is. I had nothing to do with the bracket. That's all done by the sponsor specifically. And then all games will be best of 13. The first game is always going to be Air Mirror on DEFCON 6. Now, before you slate that and say, oh, Air Mirror on DEFCON 6, how weird is that? Have you ever seen an air game on a big map? Like, for example, we've had a few in the past on Death Valley and other big maps. It's kind of really cool, so I think that would be good. Second game is always going to be China Mirror on Liquid Gold. The matchups here, by the way, were chosen again by the sponsor, and I've helped out with picking some of the maps. I convinced Toweleeeie to go for the larger maps. Let's see if that works out nicely. I think it's going to be some good games. So the loser of the second mirror will then pick the matchup. So if you lose the hang on a minute. The loser of the second mirror will pick the matchup. Okay, yeah. So if you lose the China Mirror, I thought it was a bit weird. Like the loser will pick the matchup, but yeah, then the other person will pick the map. So that's the way it's going to go. So if you lose that one, you pick the matchup, and then the other player will pick the map, and then it reverses. So all the games will be alternate matchups and map choices. Once you've chosen a matchup, the opponent chooses which army to play, as well as the map. So for example, let's say you choose, it's from this list, by the way. So if you choose stealth versus tank, then your opponent will get to choose tank or stealth first, which one to play first. So any ranked or official maps, no demo cars allowed. That's a sponsor-specific rule. Just put fair play rules apply, which just means one of the rules is no blocking a firebase with a scaffold. A few people see me sneakily do that in certain games, but it's actually banned. I shouldn't really be doing it. I almost got in trouble a couple of times for actually doing it. In the case of a tiebreak, the matchup will always be a tank mirror. Games will always be streamed by me, and they will always be on some of these days. So follow my channel and look out for the reminders. In case of any disconnect or mismatch, I'll make the decision. And banter like easy or not saying GG is obviously permitted. Actually, that's encouraged. The easy and GG, no GG is actually encouraged. I find it kind of fun when someone just quits without saying anything. But if anyone, like specifically Fargo, starts ruining it, he's already complained about the rules like 2 or 3 times. If he carries on with that, I no doubt will disqualify him. So yeah, nobody ruining the atmosphere. There's a load of matchups there. These are taken pretty much from previous tournaments when matchups have been chosen. Could probably say we could add a few mirrors there, but once that's locked in now, it's already locked in, so that's just going to stick. And then there's obviously the bracket, so let's give you one last look at that. So yeah, first game going to start tonight. This was just a quick announcement to let you know this is coming up. $600 prize pool, massive money in zero at the moment. And if you want to be invited to future tournaments like this, where the sponsors specifically choose certain players, which sometimes does happen, then yeah, make sure you'll make your way up to like the top 10, because there's some serious money in the game at the moment. So yeah, GG, well played. Hopefully see you tonight at 17 GMT. If not, hopefully see you later in the tournament for some more of these games. So yeah, GG, well played, and I'll see you very soon.